my friends, welcome here. I'm Aimee Esther, and I live with multiple chronic illnesses, including POTS, EDS, fibromyalgia, so many problems in so many places. Everything is broken in my body, but also anxiety, depression, ADHD, PTSD, like my brain is also not doing so hot. But it has been doing a lot better. Now, I didn't go through a lot of therapy, which I need to do more videos on. Okay, adding that to the list. I need to do some videos on EMDR. That has changed my life and how I have fixed my anxiety. But I've done a lot of that, a lot of therapy, but I needed a little extra help. So I went on an antidepressant, which I've always been kind of scared of, to be honest. I don't know what it is about things that affect your brain, but it freaks me out. I've also been on different, antidepressant or different medications that were supposed to help with chronic pain, which never really helped me. And so I don't know, I've been worried, but I decided to try again. And a few months ago, I posted a video saying I was on antidepressants, and I didn't share the name of the antidepressant because I just didn't want to promote a medication that I had just started, that I didn't even know if it worked. And although it seemed to be good at the time, I wanted to give it a little bit more time. But so many of you were very curious as to what I am taking. And now I feel like it's been long enough that I will say that I am enjoying this medication. I think it is working for me. I don't think I have side effects that have been detrimental to my health. I'm not saying you should take this. I'm saying this is what works for me, but everybody's body's different, everybody's brain's different, so please talk to your doctor. I am on Duloxetine, or the brand name is Cymbalta. I'm pretty sure I just take the generic version of Cymbalta. I don't know a ton about it. I watched a few videos on it, but it's what my psychiatrist recommended to help with anxiety and depression. She also said it is often helping with fibromyalgia symptoms, but it has not helped my chronic pain. I did find out recently I have EDS, so it's possible I was misdiagnosed with fibromyalgia because any of the fibromyalgia medications have not worked for me, but it did help my brain. So even though I'm still in physical pain, it makes it a lot easier when my brain is a little more manageable. And my psychiatrist started me on 30 milligrams, which is half the dose she said she normally starts people on. I didn't know this. She just said, take one a day, which is 30 milligrams, and then after 2 weeks, take 2 a day. So I started out taking 1 a day, but I didn't really read the bottle and forgot what she had said about it. So I just kept taking 1 a day until I went to go get a refill, and I finally read the bottle and thought, oh, it's been over a month and I'm still only taking 1 pill. But by that point, it had started working. And from what my doctor said, it takes like 3 weeks to start working. It probably took me 2 weeks until I noticed a difference. But after those like 4 weeks when I went to get my refill, I knew that the 30 milligrams was working, so I didn't increase it. A couple weeks later, I went to a follow-up with my psychiatrist and told her that I was taking half the dose and asked her why should I take more, whatever. And she said, normally she starts people on 60 milligrams, which is the 2 pills a day. And she started me lower because of all my health issues, and she just wanted to start as slow as possible because of all of my issues, right? And if I was doing well on it, then I could increase it. And she was like, well, you may as well increase it to 2 a day. And I told her, well, it's working at 1. Like the 1 pill's working. I don't think I need 2 a day. No, I'm not going to take more medicine if I already feel like this is helping me enough. If it wasn't working, then yeah, let's increase it. If in a few months from now it's not working, maybe that's the time to increase it. But right now, I'm like, it's working. I'm feeling better. So we're gonna keep it at the 30 milligrams, which made me so happy because I get so nervous with medications, and if I ever needed to wean myself off of it, it's just nice to know that I am at a very low dose of it. But let me tell you what it's done for me. So like I said, it has not helped my physical pain. It has not helped my fatigue. It has not helped any of the physical symptoms, but there was what I would only describe as a dark cloud over my head for the past while, particularly probably since I got pregnant with my last baby. I always was a little depressed with pregnancy. I was always a little depressed and anxious after I had my babies. My daughter is now, my youngest daughter is now 18 months, 19 months-ish. And when I had her, I went into even more of a depression and I was not in a good place. And there was just this dark cloud that seemed like it kept getting darker, and I would find things to help and then it would come back, and I would tell myself that I just needed to get out of it by myself. I honestly didn't even consider medication for a very long time. Now, I was nursing, so maybe that's why it didn't even cross my mind. I had worked through a lot of my anxiety through EMDR, but there was still a level of anxiety there. There was still a level of depression that just kept getting worse. And I kept telling myself, like, oh, it's hormones. Like, once my baby's older and once she's sleeping and once I'm through the postpartum, it'll get better. It didn't. It got worse. Oh, once I'm done nursing, after she turned a year, I finished nursing. Didn't get better. Hormones, it wasn't the hormones. I just was depressed, and I don't know why I was depressed. I actually had gone to the psychiatrist because I wanted ADHD medication, which still is something that I've considered. However, when I was there and I explained my whole story, she said, I recommend antidepressants first. And I was like so against it. But the more she talked to me about it, she kind of convinced me to do it, and it worked. And the way that I would describe how I feel now is the weight of the depression has been lifted. And I was so worried that I'd be numb. I do not feel numb. I do not feel like it has negatively impacted me. All the things that I was really worried about that it would affect, it didn't really affect that. I thought that it had lowered my appetite. Turns out it was just the diet I was on. That's a story for another day. But I really don't think I've had any negative side effects that I have noticed, but that dark cloud is gone. Now, things are still hard sometimes. I still live with chronic pain and crappy things happen all the time, but there's an extra layer of that depression that has been lifted. It also has helped my anxiety a lot. She also prescribed me Trazadone to help me sleep, and I did take that a lot at the beginning. She told me I could take it as needed. I didn't need to take it every night, but apparently that is also an antidepressant that they found made people so sleepy that they started using it as a sleeping pill. So I have used that, and now I use it a couple times a week. If I'm having an anxious night, it helps me have a little bit less anxiety and to sleep. And it also helps me to just get better quality sleep. And that's the reason she prescribed it. And I love that I have that for nights where I am not feeling very tired or I'm feeling anxious. Helps me to fall asleep. I do feel very drowsy in the morning, a lot more drowsy than when I don't take it. So there is that added side effect, which is why I have not been taking it as much anymore. I just take it as needed. But both of those combined, I think, have really helped my anxiety and my depression. I just feel like it takes the edge off. It takes the edge off of the depression and the anxieties. Oh, also, I didn't realize how many mood swings I was having until I got on this medication, but my mood has stabilized. I noticed I would get angry really quick. I would get frustrated really fast. I would get sad really fast. And now I find that that has stabilized a lot. I feel like I can handle my kids a lot easier. I feel like I can handle my illness a whole lot easier when I have a bad night or a bad day and I'm feeling physically ill. I just am able to get out of that victim mindset a lot easier and be able to enjoy my days even when I'm feeling ill just a little bit more. And life is still hard and there's still a lot to work on, which is why I have an online community and group coaching program for people who live chronically ill. If you want to join, it's only $19 a month. And trust me, you don't want to miss out. It's amazing. It's the best. It is the best. The medication takes the edge off. The community takes it to the next level. I just feel so much more hopeful about life every time I leave one of our live calls in the community. Highly recommend joining us there. There's more information in the link below. But anyway, my friends, that's what I'm taking. Let me know if you have any questions for me about it or anything else. Those are the only medications that I am taking right now, by the way. Even though I have many issues, pretty much every medication gave me bad side effects, but this one is working and I'm very, very happy about that. All right, hope you are in less pain tomorrow than you were today, both physically and mentally, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, my friends.